Hi, Coders. Good evening to all. Like, share, and subscribe my medical coding free online channel. So today we cover total anatomy in human body. So today we discuss digestive system, respiratory, circulatory, excretory, blood, lymphatic, muscular, skeletal, nervous, female and male respiratory systems, sensory organs like skin, eye, ear, endocrine system, medical technology, other diagnostic procedural technology. So in organization of body, all organs work together. So cell, next tissue, or organ system, and human body. So cell, fundamental unit of every living thing. Tissue, a group of similar cells combined together to perform specific job. Organs are made of different types of tissue. Organ system, a group of organs work together form a system. Human body, group of system combined together. So each organ depend on another organ performs its service and function. So body cavities. Body cavities are five types. So they are cranial cavity, thoracic cavity, spinal cavity, abdominal cavity, pelvic cavity. So this is the cranial cavity. This is posteriorly located, contains in brain. Second is thoracic cavity. It is anteriorly. So in our front side anterior, back side posterior. So anterior located heart, lungs, spinal cavity. Spinal cavity, it is posteriorly located in the spinal cord. So spinal cavity. Next, abdominal cavity, anteriorly located liver, stomach, gallbladder together. So pelvic cavity, anteriorly located in kidney, genital organ. So how many cavities are present in body means five cavities. What is the cranial cavity, thoracic cavity, spinal cavity, abdominal cavity, pelvic cavity. Next, diaphragm. It is a dome-shaped muscle separating thoracic and abdominal cavity. Next, there are four quadrants in abdomen: right upper quadrant, left upper quadrant, right lower quadrant, left lower quadrant. Right upper quadrant means liver and gallbladder. Right upper quadrant, liver and gallbladder. Left upper quadrant, stomach and spleen. Right lower quadrant, appendix. Left lower quadrant, intestine and ovaries. So this is the quadrants. Nine regions of abdomen. There are right hypochondrium, epigastrium, left hypochondrium, right lumbrical region, hypogastrium, left iliac region. See, so body positions, body planes, respiratory system. So supine means face upward, prone means face downward, lateral lying on any side, ipsilateral same side of the body. Example: right hand and right leg. Contralateral means opposite sides of the body. Example: right hand, left leg. Unilateral, one side only. Bilateral, both sides. Proximal, towards the organ, point of attachment. Distal, away from the organ, point of attachment. Superior, above. Inferior, below. Dorsiflexion, foot toward ground or body direction, as written in notes. Plantar flexion, foot away from the ground. So body planes, horizontal transversal plane, divides the body into upper and lower parts. Example: head and tail, superior and inferior. Sagittal plane, divide the body into left and right parts. Third, coronal frontal plane, divides the body in front and back side. So, example: ventricle and dorsal, front and back. So, respiratory system, main parts: nose, nostrils, mouth cavity, nostril cavity, pharynx, larynx, voice box, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli as air sacs, lungs, thoracic cavity. So, diaphragm. Function. Respiratory function means exchange of the gases. Oxygen, carbon dioxide. In oxygen, out CO2. Medical terminology, nose is rhino, lungs, pulmonum, breathing, spiro, air pathway, nose to nasal cavity, nasopharynx, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli. Upper respiratory tract, nose, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx. Lower respiratory tract, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli. Anatomy of lungs. Human anatomy, two lungs, right and left. Right lung have three lobes, see in this picture. Right hand, one, two, three. Right side, three lobes, left side, two lobes. Okay. Lungs are covered by pleural membrane. Pleural membrane contains pleural fluid. Pleural fluid protects the lungs from friction and infection. Trachea, made of 17 C-shaped cartilage rings, place where trachea divided into bronchi, hilum, end of the trachea, carina, cornea. So epiglottis protects the trachea by preventing the food from entering the airways passage. Types of respiration, internal respiration, gas exchange at organ tissue, external respiration, gas exchange in lungs. Other notes, larynx is composed of ligaments. Diaphragm is dome-shaped muscle below the lungs, not above the abdominal gas exchange in alveoli. Disease of the respiratory system, pneumonia, lung cancer, cough and cold, runny nose, asthma, COVID, HMPV, COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Part 3, cardiovascular. Cardiovascular, this is cardiovascular anatomy. So the cardiovascular system consists of heart, blood vessel, blood. In the main function is to circulate blood throughout the body. Medical terminology: blood, hemo, heart, cardio, blood vessel, angio, vein, phlegbo, fat, plaque, hetero. So anatomy of heart: the heart is a muscular organ located between two lungs in the mediastinum cavity. It is made up of the cardiac muscle. Chambers of heart. The heart has four chambers: right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. Layers of heart. The heart wall is covered by three layers: outer layer epicardium, middle layer myocardium, inner layer endocardium. Pericardium. The heart is enclosed by the pericardium, which contains pericardial fluid. Functions of pericardium: protect the heart, reduce the friction, helps prevent infection. Oxygenation of chambers. Right chambers contain carbon dioxide rich in blood. Left chambers contain oxygen rich in blood. So, valves of heart between the right atrium and right ventricle. Right atrium, right ventricle. Tricuspid valve. Between the left atrium, left ventricle, bicuspid or mitral valve. Pulmonary valve, aortic valve. Next, the valves are prevent back flow of blood. Next, conduction system of heart controls heartbeat and contraction. Flow. SA node, AV node, Purkinje fibers, bundle of his myocardium. Cardiac cycle, systole, contraction phase, diastole, relaxation phase, normal blood pressure 120 by 80 mmHg. Structure of arteries and veins. Arteries carry the oxygenated blood, exception pulmonary artery carries the deoxygenated blood. Veins carry the deoxygenated blood, exception pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood. Next, functions of the heart during contraction. During systole, Tricapsid and bicapsid valves are closed. Pulmonary and aortic valves are open. Blood flow, left ventricle, aorta, arteries, arterioles, capillaries, body cell. At the same time, right ventricle sends carbon dioxide reach the blood to lungs through the pulmonary artery. Functions during relaxation. During diastole, tricapsid and bicapsid valve open. Pulmonary and aortic valves close. Veins return the blood back to heart. Major veins, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, both open to right atrium. So, important facts, largest artery, aorta, smallest arteries, arteriole. Left ventricle is the strongest and thickest chamber because it pumps blood to whole body. Common disease of cardiovascular system, very, very important. Cardiac arrest, chest pain, coronary artery disease, mitral valve collapse, mitral stenosis, mitral regression, atherosclerosis, high cholesterol, peripheral artery disease, aortic aneurysm. Next part for urinary system. Urinary system. The urinary system helps remove the waste products from the body and maintain fluid balance. So this is the urinary system. Main parts in urinary system: kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder, urethra. So these are the kidneys. These are the ureters. This is the urinary bladder, urethra. So diagram labels this. Okay, next aorta, inferior vena cava, right kidney. This is the aorta, inferior vena cava, right kidney, left kidney, ureter, bladder. Okay, kidney structure, internal parts: cortex, medulla, nephron, ureter. Cortex, medulla, nephron, ureter. Okay, bladder. Medical terminology: kidney is nephro, renal; bladder, cysto, visco; renal pelvis, paleo; stone, lithocalculus. Stone means lithocalculus. So, urine flow chart: kidney, ureter, bladder, urethra. Anatomy of kidney: human have one pair of kidneys located posteriorly in the abdomen. Kidney shape resembles a bean. Adrenal glands are located above the kidneys. Floating ribs are help to protect the kidneys. Covering the kidneys, kidneys are covered by layer of renal capsule. So, internal parts of the kidney: outer part, cortex; inner part, renal medulla. Nephron. Around the 1 million nephrons are present in the cortex area. Nephron is the structural and functional unit of the kidney. Parts of the nephron: glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule, collecting duct. Inner medulla contains renal pyramid, renal calcis, renal pelvis. Renal pelvis, last part of the kidney, joins the ureter at hilum. Junction is called UPJ, uretropelvic junction. Ureters are one pair of ureter carry the urine from the kidneys to bladder. Urinary bladder stores the urine temporarily. When the bladder muscle is contracted, urine is expelled outside through the urethra. Urethra is a common passage of urine, both genders. External opening is called urinary meatus. Trigone, a trigonal space inside the bladder between two ureters are open. One ureter open is called the area called trigone. This trigone means I will show two ureters are open. This close. So is triangle shape. This is the trigone. Okay. So trigone is what? Two ureter openings and one urethra opening. This is called trigone. Urination. Releasing the urine is called urination and micturition. Disease of the urinary system: kidney stone, kidney cancer, bladder cancer, ureter cancer, dehydration, prostate problems, intrinsic cystitis, urinary tract obstruction. Part fifth: male and female reproductive system. Reproductive system: the reproductive system is responsible for the reproduction and production of sex cells, gametes. It is divided into male reproductive system, female reproductive system. Medical terminology: testis, archeo, testo; ovary, overo; uterus, histero, metro; vagina, colpo; fallopian tube, scalpingio; prostate, prostato; breast, masto, mammo. Male reproductive system main parts: testis, epidermis, vas deferens, seminal vesicles, prostate gland, urethra, penis, scrotum. Testes. One pair of testes present in scrotum produce sperm cells, produce male hormone testosterone. Epididymis. Colloid tube attached to testes, site of sperm maturation and storage. Vast difference. Carry the sperm from epididymis towards the urethra. Seminal vesicles produce the seminal fluid, nourishes the sperm. Prostate gland, located below the urinary bladder, adds fluid to semen. Penis, external male reproductive organ, passes for semen and urine through urethra. Scrotum, sac-like pouch containing testes, maintains proper temperature for sperm production. Female reproductive system main parts: ovaries, fallopian tube, urethra, uterus, cervix, vagina, external genitalia, mammary gland. Ovaries, one pair of ovaries produce eggs, produce hormones estrogen and progesterone. Fallopian tubes carry ovum from ovaries to uterus. Fertilization usually occurs here. Uterus, muscular halo organ, site of implementation and fetal development. Layers, endometrium, myometrium, perimetrium. Cervix, lower narrow part of the uterus opens into vagina. Vagina, a muscular canal connected to cervix to outside the body function, birth canal, menstrual flow, passage, sexual intercourse. Menstrual cycle, monthly shading of uterine lining if fertilization does not occur. So fertilization, fusion of sperm and ovum forms zygote. Common disorders of for male: prostate enlargement, infertility, testicular cancer, erectile dysfunction. Female, ovarian cyst, uterine fibroid, cervical cancer, infertility, endometriosis. Part 6, digestive system. Digestive system is responsible for ingestion of food, digestion, absorption of nutrients, elimination of waste. Main parts of the digestive tract is so mouth, oral cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. Accessory organs: teeth, tongue, salivary glands, liver, gallbladder, pancreas. Medical terminology: mouth, oros, tooth, dento, tongue, glasso, lingo, stomach, gastro, intestine, entero, liver, hepato, gallbladder, cholecysto, bile, colio, pancreas, rectum, anus. So, mouth, oral cavity. Entry of the mouth, chewing the mastication, mixing food with saliva, contains teeth, tongue, salivary glands, opening. Salivary glands, three major parts: parotid, submandibular, sublingual. Functions: secrete the saliva, benign carbohydrate digestion. Pharynx, passageway of food from mouth to esophagus. Esophagus, muscular tube connecting the pharynx to stomach. Food moves by peristalsis. So stomach, J-shaped muscular organ, stores and chunks, fruit, secretes, and enzymes. Parts: cardia, fundus, body, pylorus. Small intestine, main site of the digestion and absorption. Small intestine, in interview or assignment, you got question for what are the small intestine parts. First, duodenum. Second, jejunum, ileum. DJL, shortcut DJL, small. DJL, small. Duodenum, jejunum, ileum. In large intestine, functions: absorption of water and form speaker. Parts: cecum, colon, rectum. Large intestine part. So colon, ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon. Liver, largest internal gland, produce bile, helps the metabolism and detoxification. Gallbladder, stores and concentrates bile. So pancreas, produce the digestive enzymes, hormones, insulin, glucagon. Rectum and anus: rectum stores the feces temporarily. Anus expels the feces outside the body. Common disorders of the digestive system: gastritis, peptic ulcer, GERD, hepatitis, gastro, constipation, diarrhea, appendicitis, pancreatitis, colon cancer. Next part, integumentary system. The integumentary system consists of skin, hair, nails, sweat gland, sebaceous gland. Functions: protection of the body, prevents the water loss, temperature regulation, sensation, vitamin D production. Medical terminology: skin, dermo, dermato, cutino, hair, tricho, nail, onco, fat, hydro, fat, lipo, adipo. So, livers of the skin: epidermis, outermost of the layer, protective layer. Dermis contains blood vessels, nerves, hair follicles, sweat glands, sebaceous gland. Subcutaneous layer: hypodermis, or fat layer beneath the skin, insulation and cushioning. Skin structure: hair protects the body, helps the sensation. Nails protect the finger and toe tips. Sweat gland produces sweat to cooling body. Sebaceous gland produces the oil, sebum to lubrication skin and hair. Common skin disorders: acne, eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, skin cancer, burns, fungal infection. Eye. The eye is the organ of vision. Main parts of the eye, these parts are very, very important. Cornea, sclera, conjunctiva, iris, pupil, lens, retina, optic nerve, choroid, vitreous humor, aqueous humor. Medical terminology: eye, ophthalmo, cornea, kerato, retina, lens, phago, tear, tracho. So functions of eye: cornea. These functions are very, very important. You got only one question for assignment this for this area. Cornea, transparent front part of the bend that bends light. Iris, color part of the controlling pupil size. Pupil, opening through the which light enters. Lens, focus the light onto retina. Retina contains photoreceptors. So retina contains the photoreceptor and converts the light into nerve signals. Optic nerve carries the visual impulses to the brain. The sclera, called white layer of the eye, very, very, very important. Sclera, next, iris, next, pupil. So, fluids of eye: aqueous humor, fluid in front of the chamber of eye. Vitreous humor, gel-like substance in back chamber. Common eye disorders: cataract, glaucoma, conjunctivitis, myopia, hyper, hyperopia, astigmatism, retinal detachment. So, potted blood, immune system, lymphatic system. Blood is a fluid connective tissue that transports substances throughout the body. Functions of blood: transport the oxygen and nutrients, remove carbon dioxide and waste, protect against infection, help clotting, maintain body temperature and pH. Components of the blood: plasma, liquid portion, RBC, WBC, platelets. Medical terminology of blood: hemo, hemato, red cell, erythro, white blood, leuco, clot, thrombo, platelet, thrombocyte. RBC carry the oxygen using hemoglobin, produced in bone marrow, lifespan of about 120 days. WBC protect the body from infection. They include neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, eosinophils, basophils. Platelets help the blood clotting, prevent the excessive bleeding. Blood groups A, B, AB, O, RH factor positive, negative. Common blood disorders: anemia, leukemia, hemophilia, thrombocytopenia, polycythemia. So, immune system. The immune system protects the body against the pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. Main components: WBC, bone marrow, thymus, spleen, lymph nodes, antibodies. Types of immunity: innate immunity, natural protection present from birth. Acquired and adaptive immunity develops after infection or vaccination. Antibodies: protein produced to fight specific antigens. Common immune disorders: allergy, autoimmune disease, HIV, AIDS, immunodeficiency. Lymphatic system works with immune system and returns excess tissue fluid to bloodstream. Main parts: lymph vessel, lymph nodes, tonsils, thymus, spleen. Medical terminology: lymph node, adene, spleen, splenotymus, thymus. Okay. Functions of lymphatic system: drain excess fluid, absorb the fat from intestine, filter harmful substances, help immunity.
Next, lymph node, small bean-shaped structure that filter lymph and trap pathogens. Common areas: neck, armpit, groin. Spleen, largest lymphatic organ, filters blood, remove old RBCs.
support immunity. Next, common lymphatic disorders: lymphedema, lymphadenopathy, tonsillitis, lymphoma. Nervous system, endocrine system, nervous system. The nervous system controls and coordinates body cavities by transmitting signals. These are the dendrite, nucleus, cell body, axon, myelin sheath, node of Ranvir, direction of impulse, axon, signal. So main divisions: CNS, brain, spinal cord. PNS, peripheral nervous system, cranial nerves, spinal nerves. Medical terminology: nerve, neuro, brain, encephalo,
Spinal cord, maleo, mind, psycho. Neuron. Neuron is a structural and functional unit of the nervous system. Parts of the neuron: cell body, dendrites, axon, myelin sheath, brain. Major parts: cerebrum, cerebellum, brainstem. In this area, you got any one question in interview or assignment. So, cerebrum function. What is the function of the cerebrum? Thinking, memory, sensation, voluntary movement. Cerebrum means think, memory, sensation, voluntary movement. That is the cerebrum. Cerebellum, balance. B means balance. Cerebellum, balance. Cerebellum, balance, coordination. Brainstem controls the breathing, heart rate, reflexes. Spinal cord extends from brainstem, carries the impulses to from brain, controls the reflex action. Meninges protect the protective cover in the brain and spinal cord, dura mater, arcuate matter, pia mater. Common nervous system disorder: stroke, epilepsy, meningitis, Parkinson disease, multiple sclerosis, paralysis.
Endocrine system. The endocrine system is considered glands that secrete hormones into blood. Main glands: pituitary gland, pineal gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, ovaries, testes. Medical terminology: endo, within, crine, secretion, gland, adeno. Functions of important gland: pituitary gland, master gland, controls the endocrine gland. This is the master of the gland, pituitary gland. Thyroid gland controls the metabolism. Thyroid gland. In this area also you got anyone question from this area? Please listen carefully. Parathyroid gland regulate the calcium level. Adrenal glands produce the adrenaline and corticosteroids. Pancreas produce the insulin and glucagon. Ovaries and testes produce the sex hormone. Common endocrine disorders: diabetes mellitus, hypothyroidism, goiter, Cushing syndrome, Addison disease. These are the endocrine disease. Addison, Cushing syndrome, etc. Next, 10th part, musculoskeletal system. Musculoskeletal system provides support, movement, protection, body shape, blood cell formation, mineral storage. It consists of bones and muscles, joints, cartilage, ligaments, tendons. So this is the bone. This is in this area also we get any one question: diaphysis, metaphysis. So it's the this is the bone. This is a spongy bone. This is the articular cartilage, proximal epiphysis, metaphysis. So epiphysis, red bone marrow, endothelium. This is the medullary cavity, yellow bone marrow, periosteum, nutrient, artery. So this is articular cartilage, distal epiphysis, the proximal epiphysis. So functions of bone: support the body structure, protect the internal organs, help movement with muscles, store calcium and phosphorus, produce blood cells in bone marrow. So types of bone: long bone, femur, humerus; short bone, carpal, tarsal; flat bone, skull, ribs, sternum; irregular bones, vertebrae; sesamoid bones, patella also called kneecap; axial skeleton consists of skull, vertebral column, ribs, sternum; appendicular skeleton, it consists of shoulder girdle, upper limbs, pelvic girdle, lower limbs. This is the upper limbs. This is the radius. This is the ulna radius. This is the ulna. This is the Carpus, this is the metacarpus, this is phalanges. So vertebral column, in this area we got any one question, listen carefully. Normal 33 vertebrae, cervical C7, thoracic T12, lumbar 5, sacral 5 fused, coccygeal 4 fused. So this is total 33. This number is very important. Joints, a joint is the place where two bones meet. Types of joints, fibrous, immovable, cartilaginous, slightly movable, synovial, freely movable. These are the joints also important. Examples of synovial joints: shoulder, ball and socket, hip, ball and socket, knee, hinge, elbow, hinge, wrist, gliding, neck, pivot. So muscular system, muscles help the movement and posture. Types of muscle: skeletal muscle, voluntary, smooth muscle, involuntary, cardiac muscle, heart boundary. Tendons and ligament. Tendons connect the muscle to bone. Tendons, these also tendon means connect to the muscle to bone. MBT shortcut muscle bone called tendon. Ligament connects bone to bone. BBL bone called ligament. So this shortcut tendon means MBT muscle bone tendon. BBL bone ligament. So cartilage, flexible connective tissue, bone, nose, ear, joints, trachea. Medical terminology: bone, osteo, muscle, myelo, joint, arthro, cartilage, chondro, ligament, tendon. So common disorders are fracture, arthritis, osteoporosis, dislocations, strain, scoliosis, back pain. So medical terminology. So finally we complete the total anatomy. So next, medical terminology. Medical terminology is the language to use the healthcare, describe body parts, diseases, procedures, and terminates accurately. So word structure: prefix beginning of the word, root word main meaning, suffix end of the word. For example, cardiology. Cardio means heart, logy means study. So meaning study of heart. Common prefix, the prefix suffix is also very important in CPC exam in assessment of the interview any companies. So listen carefully in this area. Total very important in this area. So hyper means excess, high, hypo low, below, brady slow, tacky fast, poly many, oligo few, neo new, pre before, post after, anti against. Common suffixes: it is inflammation, algia, pain, ectomy, surgical removal, otomy, incision, scopy, visual examination, logy, study of, oma, tumor, pathe, disease. So, emia, blood condition, urea, urine condition. Common root was cardio, heart, nephro, kidney, hepato, liver, gastro, stomach, dermo, skin, osteo, bone, arthros, joint, myo, muscle, neuro, nerve, hemo, blood. Examples of the medical terms: gastritis, gas, stomach, it is inflammation. So, gastritis means inflammation of stomach. Nephrotomy, kidney, ectomy ante removal, surgical removal of kidney, nephrotomy. Arthalgia, arth, joint, algia, pain, joint pain. Dermatology, derma, skin, allergy, study of skin. Hematuria, heme, blood, urea, urine condition, blood in urine, hematuria. So, final summary for human body system: digestive system, food digestion; respiratory system, gas exchange; cardiovascular system, blood circulation; urinary system, wastage removal; reproductive system, reproduction; nervous system, controls the system; endocrine system, hormones; musculoskeletal system, supports and movement; intermediary system, protection; immune and lymphatic system, defense. So I hopefully class is very useful for your future interviews, assignment, and also competitive exam CPC. So like, share, and subscribe my channel for new viewers, and share also for aspirants. Thank you for watching this video.